dancing in the embers of the light, across the room where we once sat during the night. Your laughter's carved into these walls like a silent refrain, stronger than the sun, brighter than the years of rain. I still see the tiny shoes trying hard to catch my ghost. Now you're walking a road where I'm needed the most. Every second slipping by is a goodbye I can't undo, a race against a void, and I'm losing sight of you. Where your footsteps outrun the reach of my eyes, past the borrowed boundaries of our mortal skies. Can you feel me vibrating in the marrow of your bone? When you're standing at the crossroads, feeling all alone, and every choice you weigh and every risk you dare to take, I'll be a quiet sign, a ripple on the lake, where your footsteps finish the path I had to forsake. I gathered every fragment of the days you learned to grow, from your first broken stutters to the steel you now show. I tried to build a fortress stronger than the world I knew, but time has jagged blueprints that it never shares with you. Cannot walk beside you through the twilight's final glow. If love was an anchor, I'd have never let us go. Where your footsteps outrun the reach of my eyes, past the borrowed boundaries of our mortal skies. Can you feel me vibrating in the marrow of your bone? When you're standing at the crossroads, feeling all alone, and every choice you weigh and every risk you dare to take, I'll be a quiet sign, a ripple on the lake, where your footsteps finish the path I had to forsake. Don't you shoulder the weight of the ghosts I left behind. Don't let a shroud of sorrow be the border of your mind. Take the fire I've kindled in the center of your chest, let it burn through your life, put the shadows to rest. And when the sky turns cold and the world is far too wide, when you've got no holy mountain where you can run and hide, listen to the spaces between the memories we shared. I am the inner strength for which you've been prepared. Where your footsteps outrun the reach of my eyes, I'm still walking in your thoughts beneath these open skies. Every path you dare to roam, every land you claim your own, will still taste like home, even when I'm unknown. In your courage, in your battle, in the way you chase the light, you are the living version of the dreams I lost tonight. Even when I cross the line into the great and silent sea, you'll forever be mine. throughout eternity. So when the night devours the last embers of the day, and I slowly slipped into the mist and drifted away, just remember deep. There's a weathered box tucked beneath the frame, holding years I couldn't tether to my side. Birthday cards and promises, half clutched in shame and a depth of grief I had no place to hide. I wrote your name 1,000 times on ghost white pages in the shadows of my soul where you'll never look. You never guess I've held you through all your stages, reading the life of the child that the man finally took. I always thought I'd have more light to catch a sun, to find the words for the things I've left undone. But if I'm gone before the truth hits the light, all the love I couldn't whisper through the night, will you find it in the wild and restless air, in the heavy silence hanging everywhere? On the nights you feel the world has left you cold, reach for the strength you've always had to hold. I'm the echoes in the wind you're carrying through, even when my shadow's gone away from you. Every beat of your heart, every path you lead is written in the letters I never got to read. I remember teaching you to ride down that dusty street. You'd hit the ground but never stayed down long. I wish that life was just a game of staying on your feet, where I could reach out and simply right your wrong. But the truth is jagged, cold, and stripped of grace. And I can't outrun the finish line in this race. All I have are these broken shards of us, a burning love turned to ashes and to dust. If I could leap out one thing to outlast the grave, I'd give you every piece of my heart today. But if I'm gone before the truth hits the light, all the love I couldn't whisper through the night, will you find it in the wild and restless air, in the heavy silence hanging everywhere? On the nights you feel the world has left you cold, reach for the strength you've always had to hold. I'm the echoes in the wind you're carrying through, even when my shadow's gone away from you. Every beat of your heart, every path you lead is written in the letters I never got to read. only thing I held on to. Every step you take, every word I left behind, you'll find me in the life you've designed. I'm the freedom that my love has set in place, even when I'm gone without a trace. Every dream you're brave enough to chase with pride carries something that the world can't set aside. Heavy by the door, wearing the scars of the storms I've known. I buried my dreams in the hearth's low roar, just to keep a light on before you're on. I hear your footsteps on the gravel outside, steady and sure with a rhythmic pride. You don't reach for my hand to stem the tide the way you did when the world was wide. Your rising sun is the crown that I wear, but the shadows ahead are a weight I still bear. On the day my shadow melts into the clay, when I'm just a whisper at the edge of the day, will you feel me there in the air you breathe, like a sacred truth you still believe? When the world turns hollow and the cold winds blow, and you're searching for a place to go, know I'm written in the fabric of your soul, in every jagged edge and every part that's whole. Though eyes cannot see, though hands cannot hold, I am the fire in you that never grows cold. I was a man of few and broken words, never learned to speak what the heart preferred. So I hid my love in the quiet things, in the silent weight that sacrifice brings. Every wall I hit, every mile I crawled, was to build you a world where you'd stand tall. Every sleepless night I spent in the rain was to buy you a sun that would wash out the pain. If I leave one thing for the years to find, it's the love I gave that I'm leaving than I could ever know. And if the silence screams too loud in your head, and the path is a maze that you've come to dread, listen close to the heartbeat inside of you. I'm in every choice that you're brave enough to do. On the day my shadow stays behind, you won't lose me to the night or the blind. I'll be the rhythm of the steps you take, the heart in every risk you dare to make. in the furnace of your chest, burning bright, in the will to stand and join the fight. You find pieces of me, weathered and true, in everything you ever do. Though the darkness is vast and the world is wide, I'm standing right there by your side. So when the light fades out and you're reaching in time, just remember the rhythm, remember the rhyme. I'm in your blood, in your breath, and your cry. I never truly said goodbye. Gather to your lines in a cardboard tomb, crayon suns and horizons askew. Every stroke of your hand, every ink stained bloom, still haunts the halls of the man I once knew. You used to chase the shadow of my stride, like I was the gravity holding your world. Now I watch you rise with a titan's pride, into a flag that's yet to be unfurled. And it chills my bones more than the coming night, that I won't be the one to witness your life. When I'm just ashes scattered in my echo, drifting through the hallways of your past. Will you hear me when the silence starts to grow, calling your name until the very last? When the world begins to crumble at your feet, and the midnight keeps the morning out of reach, I'll be the rhythm that your heavy heartbeat needs, the silent vow that time can never breach. Even when my ghost begins to disappear, I'll still be standing right here. I've memorized the cadence of your ghost, like a broken hymn I'm forced to sing. Every tear you hid, the ones that hurt the most, are the jagged thorns to which I cling. I beg the clock to stall its rusted gears, to cheat the fate that's knocking at the door. But life is a thief that feeds upon our fears. It takes and takes and asks for even more. So I'm bleeding ink upon this hollow page before I'm forced to leave this earthly stage. Don't you dare wear my sorrow like a chain. Don't you inherit the weight of my pain. Take the chapters written in the creases of my skin. Every scar has whispered your name from within. I tried to straighten the jagged roads I've walked, so your path would be smooth and your ghost would be locked. You were the laughter that ignited the black, the shelter I found when the world turned its back. Now I'm counting my breaths as they slowly grow thin, like time is a winter that's closing in. I built this whole world just to keep you inside, but I can't stop the shadow, I can't stem the tide. After I lay down the weight of my name and battle on to this temporal frame, will you carry the fire that I fought to give through the storms and the heartbreak? You'll have to live when the silence is heavy and cold in the hall, and the shadow of doom starts to lean on the wall. I'll still be there, burning deep in your flame, after I lay down the weight of my name. Teaching you the right way to fight, not with your fists but with mercy and light. Told you never run from the truth of the day, even when it's the truth that'll tear you away. But the truth I kept hidden still haunts every bone, that one day you'll walk through this valley alone. Choice, then I'd swear to remain, to give you my everything, to shoulder your pain. After I lay down the weight of my name and I flicker out of this temporal frame, will you carry the fire that I fought to give through the storms and the heartbreak? You'll have to live when the silence is heavy and cold in the hall, and the shadow of doom starts to lean on the wall. I'll still be there, burning deep in your flame, after I lay down the weight of my name. Don't you buckle beneath the weight of the past. Don't let the sorrow be the shadow that's cast. Take the love I couldn't find the words to speak, and let it be the iron in the moments you're weak. In the heart of the storm, with no home left in sight, close your eyes and you'll find me, a ghost in the light. In the back of your mind, after I lay down the weight of my name, you'll never go back to being the same. Not from the grief, but the truth you'll hold true, that the meaning of my life was just loving you. In your courage, in the grace you embrace, in the fire that burns on your beautiful face, you become the new form of the life I became after I lay down. Even when the distance feels millions of miles away, I'm the unspoken word that you never say. So when the night calls, the fear that you're trying to hide, and you wish I was there, standing right by your side, just remember through the hurt, through the There's a photograph etched within my mind, frayed at the corners, yet the sunlight won't fade. You're laughing bright in the summer's glow, before life taught us how colors evade. Back then holding your hand made me a giant, like I could shroud the whole world from the rain. Now the nights stretch long and I'm heavy with knowing that one day I'll drift beyond this earthly plane. So many words left unsaid, so much love left unplayed. When the last light I leave behind melts into your distant boundless sky, will you hear me through the silent deep, whisper in the heart you keep when the world turns savage, cold and wild, and you're searching like a lonely child? Know the fire I breathe into your soul will burn through life and keep you whole. Though I return to the stardust and see, you're the only one who'll ever be me. There were hollow nights I lay wide awake, picturing the man you are destined to be. Would I be the ground that breaks your fall, or just a white cloud that you'll never reach? Every scar I tried so hard to veil was the price of a love that never would tire. Every tear I choked back in the dark was to build you a home to keep you from the fire. If I could trade my final breath for time, I'd give you every second of mine. Don't you carry the weight of my ghost? Don't you drown in the tears I shed most? Take the love I couldn't find words to say, and let it be the compass that guides your way. And if destiny calls for me too soon, I'll be the shadow where the silent silver rivers flow. 'Cause in every breath you finally take, I am the love that will never break. There's a brand new rhythm in the way you walk today. Stronger and prouder than the one I used to play. You don't look back with that shadow of a doubt, like when this whole world was just us, inside out. I still hear your younger voice crying through the dark, and I'd come running every time to find a winning spark. But the hands of the clock, they won't slow down for me, no matter how hard I fight, how much I try to be. I gave my whole life so you'd never stand alone. But time is a guest that never makes itself at home. When my breath stops counting the rhythm of the time, and I leave behind the mountain I was meant to climb, turns to stone, cold and unrefined. I'll be there in every piece of goodness that you find, even when my breath stops counting time. Those shaking feet, now you're walking further than I was ever meant to meet. There were dreams I couldn't reach, words I left unsaid, but every ounce of love I had, I poured it out instead. If I could steal a moment more from the hands of fate, I'd stay right here forever, just to keep the fire straight. Don't you carry every fear that I used to hold. Don't you drown in silent tears when the nights get cold. Take the love I gave to you, let it be your North Star, let it shape the way you see, no matter where you are. And if the horizon feels too wide and too vast, truly went away. When my breath stops counting the rhythm of the time, you only leave the shadow of my love behind. In your strength and in your fight, in the way you choose the light, every step you dare to take, every promise held tight, you become the very soul of what I once designed. The day my breath stops counting time. Silence feels too loud in the middle of the night, and you're lost within the crowd, searching for the light. Just remember, through the ride, through the low and the high, I'm still living in your time. I'm still living in your time. The wooden chair still creaks the same old tune by the window where you watch the rising moon. I still hear your childhood ghost within these walls. It echoes that the passing time forest stalls. I was never one for words, I kept them locked away. I built my love in heavy stones and the dust of every day. Now the clock has lost its steady beat. Every second sounds like your name on a lonely street. I'll be the silence after you, when the world feels torn in two, in the voids you cannot fill, in the moment standing still, when you're wandering without a light and there's nowhere left to hide from the night. Close your eyes, I'll pull you through. I'll be the silence after you. I remember every scrape upon your knees, and the nights you begged the dark to stay at peace. I would sit beside your bed, a shadow in the hall, until your dreams began to spark and break your fall. Now I'm fighting a phantom that I cannot outrun, and it hurts to know I'm fading before your journey's done. If love could chain me to this earthly ground, I'd never let my heartbeat lose its sound. I'll be the silence after you, when the world feels torn in two, in the voids you cannot fill, in the moment standing still, when you're wandering without a light and there's nowhere left to hide from the night. Close your eyes, I'll pull you through. back for you. I'll be the silence after you, but my love will pull you through. Every step you're meant to take, every choice you've yet to make, I'm the whisper in your inner ear, even when the world says I'm not here. In the dark, in the core of what is true, I'll be the silence after you. So when the world feels cold and new, and you don't know what you're meant to do, just remember through the rise and fall, I was never really gone at all. A shadow creeps across the wall at night. Looks like me, but weathered by the years. I trace the map of lines upon my palms and wonder how the ending nears, and wonder where the time disappears. You're drifting in the room down the hall in dreams. I'll never have the right to know. I stand here while the silence turns to stone, watching the clock begin to slow. I tried to be the hero in your story, but even heroes lose their light and glory. If tomorrow comes or gets my name, and the world just moves on just the same, will you feel me in the falling rain, like a love that's etched inside your grain? If my voice is lost beyond the blue, the lessons I taught are far from through. Know my heart is beating inside of you, in every single thing you do. Even if my shadow fades to gray, I'm the ground that keeps you from drifting away. I still see you learning how to walk. You'd stumble, cry, then reach for me again. I wish that life could stay within those lines, where I could shield you from the rain and pain. But the world is cold, a hollow, bitter storm, and I can't be the one to keep you warm. All I leave are words and ghosts of me, to keep your spirit wild and free. If I could steal a moment from the divine, I'd give you every breath that's ever been mine. If tomorrow comes and gets my name, If tomorrow comes and gets my name, you'll still be the one who carries the flame. 'Cause the love I poured into your soul is a fire that keeps your spirit whole. In the nights you feel the winter's bite, in the strength you find to win the fight. I'll be there in every spark you claim, even if the world forgets my name. So don't be afraid to let me go where the quiet silver river flows. 'Cause in every breath you're fighting to take, I'm the love that will never break. I'm the love that you'll never break. There's a silence now that I can't seem to outrun, creeping through the floorboards, through the corners of this room. Your laughter lingers on the walls like the ghost of the sun, a faded golden afternoon. Sinking into gloom, I still see you as a child, barefoot in the light, untouched by the shadows and the heavy hand of fate. Now you're standing tall and steady, ready for the fight, while I'm losing every battle, and it's getting far too late. I tried to be the solid ground beneath your wandering feet, but even ancient mountains crumble when the dark and winter meet. On the day my heavy hands dissolve into the air and I'm no longer standing in the light beside you there, will you feel me in the breeze that brushes past your face like a whisper through the branches, full of longing and of grace? When the road is long and jagged and the climb is far too steep, and you're fighting for the courage that you're struggling to keep, I'll be everything you knew, a rhythm in your chest, still holding on to you when the world puts you to the test. Though my mind may drift away, unaware of where I've been, my love is everywhere beneath the surface of your skin. I remember every tear you tried to hide from view, when the weight of growing older started breaking into you. I pretended not to notice, I looked the other way just so you could keep your dignity through the wreckage of the day. All the words I couldn't find are the ones that burn the most. They echo in the hollows of my ribs just like a ghost, a late and bitter yearning for the things I didn't say, haunting every second as the light begins to gray. If I could trade my everything to buy a little time, I'd spend a dozen lifetimes across the open plains, and nothing feels familiar. Through the winter and the rain, just remember, through the darkness, through the depths of your despair, I'm still holding on to you. In the air, in the air. There's a calendar still clinging to the wooden wall, frozen in a July long ago. A circle drawn in purple ink, beginning to fade, marking a moment now lost in the snow. You were small enough to carry in my arms back then. Now you're standing tall against the gale. I'm learning how to let go, steady and slow. Even if you can't yet grasp the whole tale, I paved a road for you, wide and bright with gold. But I've forgotten my own breath, it wasn't mine to hold. All the years I couldn't keep for myself, now they rest in the shadows on a quiet shelf. Will you find me in the fragments of the past, in the moments that time wasn't meant to last? When you're standing in the rain, heavy and cold, trying to numb the ache of growing old, I'll be there in the marrow of your memory. In the years I couldn't keep, but gave to thee. I remember those late nights, the secrets we'd share, every dream you dared to paint upon the air. I told you the world is yours, don't close a single door. Now I'm the one stepping out across the floor. There were battles I fought that I'll never win, and truths I couldn't change beneath my skin. But loving you in the hollows left by time's cruel flight. Just close your eyes, I'm still standing near in every intake of breath, in every salt-stung tear. All the years I couldn't keep for myself will live on in you, beyond any shelf. In the way you stand tall, in the strength of your will, in the courage of a heart that refuses to be still. Every step you take, every promise you hold, you are the living legacy I wanted to behold. Born from the years I couldn't keep for myself. So when the past begins to fade, like a setting sun, and you're walking unafraid, with your journey begun, just remember quietly, in a corner of the blue, you were always everything. All I ever lived for was you. There's a chapter that we never got to finish, lying still upon the porch, gathering dust. A broken melody on a half-strung guitar. Between the tears and the things we trust, I've gathered all the fragments of the fading sun to pack your bags for the journey just begun. Every lesson taught, every look we shared, every time we faced the dark and dared. I wish I had 10,000 days more to watch you reach for the clouds and soar. Before the shadow claims the path I tread, before the promises go cold in my head, will you hold tight to this flame I give, to light the frozen nights you'll have to live? When my name is just a ghost from the past, and my shadow fades away at last, don't be afraid, my love hasn't died. It lives within the fire of your eyes, even when I'm out of reach. Out of you, my whole world was built for you. My whole world was built for you. I remember teaching you how to love, when your heart was bruised and full of scars. Now you stand tall against the wind and tide, while I fade back behind the stars. There were mistakes that I couldn't undo, and battles lost that I fought for you, but I leave you with the only wealth I own, a heart of kindness and a faith made of stone. If I could trade my soul for a moment, stay, I'd buy you peace for every single day. Before the shadow claims the path I tread, before the promises go cold in my head, will you hold tight to this flame I give, to light the frozen nights you'll have to live? When my name is just a ghost from the past, and my shadow fades away at last, don't be afraid, my love hasn't died. It lives within the fire of your eyes, even when I'm out of Memories are the only thing standing still. Just remember what is forever true. I'm a part of you, and I'm never leaving you. There were burdens I never let you see, in the way I held you desperate and tight, counting every heartbeat in the shadows, wrestling with the demons of the night. You were sleeping, draped in warmth and peace, while I traded blows with the dark that wouldn't cease, praying I could be the shield you'd never feel, to guard a heart so fragile yet so real. Time never bounds to a love this deep. It harvests the promises we meant to keep. First time you said goodbye, just a single step beyond the iron gate. You turned to catch the glimmer in my eye, as if I still held the reins of your fate. But the road was calling loud and clear, leading you further than my hands could steer. And I knew cold while watching you. If I could trade the ending for a moment more, I'd shatter every hinge on every closing door. I'll be the gravity your eyes will never find, the silent pull that stays a step behind. When the world tries to tear your world apart, I'll be the solid ground inside your heart. When I've drifted far beyond your reach, and the truth remain that I never got to teach, you'll feel me in the strength you choose to keep, the eternal gravity beneath your dreams. Don't pack my fears inside your traveling bags. Don't let my absence be the ghost that drags. Take the love I never found the words to say, and let it light the corners of your way. When the night closes in and you're gasping for air, when the weight of the world is too much to bear, listen to the pulse beneath your skin. You're stronger than the wars you're fighting in. I am the gravity that holds you through the crash, whether you're in the light or the rising ash. I'm the hidden truth behind the way you see, even as I fade into the mystery. Every step you dare to take in the unknown is a path my love is bathed in flesh and bone. Hold on to the faith when you can't believe. I'm the gravity you'll never see. So when the silence feels a mile deep, and the hollow night won't let you sleep, just remember in the quiet of the sea, you are part of